What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. How's everybody doing? It's a new week. Hope everybody's ready for whatever comes this week. Take the opportunities, guys. Take the opportunities that come your way because they may not come again. That's my advice. All right, today, man, we got an exciting show. And shout out to my guy, Marcus Jeter, for bringing these people to us and getting us a different awareness on some different things that we didn't know about, right? Today, we're going to talk to a lady. She's an esthetician, skincare, I'm told. I don't really know now. I was telling her earlier, I dated somebody who was an esthetician, and I really didn't know what it was, okay? So we're going to find out today because we have Miss Alicia Robinson on the show with us today, and she's going to give us the ins, the outs, the ones, the twos, the good, the bad, the ugly of skincare. And she's going to tell us what an esthetician is. So let's get into that, all right? I got to start off by saying the views that are expressed, again, on the Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliate. I don't know where my people are at, but I'm not going to waste any time. Again, she's an esthetician. She's taking care of the skin, and she's going to give us some tips today as well. So everybody say what's up to Miss Alicia Robinson. What's going on, Alicia?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Got the crown. It looks like a crown over your head. You know that?
Oh, that is a locust flower. I'm actually in my studio right now because I just think it's just less distraction. I don't have my husband, my son, and my 2 cats. So I wanted to have total concentration and focus for you. And just wanted to thank you for inviting me on your show.
Oh, no. It's our pleasure. It's our blessing to have you on the show. This is something that I did not know about. Now, I've heard the word before, and I just did not know what it is. For those viewers that don't know what it is, can you tell us what an esthetician does and is?
An esthetician is considered a skincare specialist, and we also do waxing, we do body waxing, brow waxing, but primarily we work on the skin and facials, different types of facials based on what your skin need. When new clients come to me, they say, well, what facial should I get? And I always say, let's do a customized facial because it's exactly what it sounds. It's going to be customized to them. Some people have very, very sensitive skin. And some people have very dry skin, very oily skin, very skin that has a lot of congestion, skin that has acne. So, it's so broad. And also, ethnic skin is quite different from Caucasian skin. And, I've worked in med spas where we do advanced treatments like lasers. And I always tell my friends who are of color to make sure you're careful who the technician is and what laser it is. because, you know, I've seen some horrible stuff. So
Interesting. So that brings me to one point I wanted to see if you could tell me about. And we talked about this earlier, but I want to talk about it with the community. All right. Is there you mentioned the different types of skin. Is there a one size fits all routine or does it depend completely on the skin type?
it really depends on the skin type. I can't prescribe to like someone who has dry skin the same thing that I would say, hey, use this product for you if you have oily, congested skin. You know, everyone's different. Every skin is different. Everyone's going to react differently. And the main thing is I'm always making sure they're not allergic to certain ingredients. You'll be surprised how many people are allergic to cucumber. And, because the products nowadays have a lot of natural ingredients in it. So sometimes they might put cucumber or aloe. There's people who are allergic to aloe. So I'm always asking, when I have a new client, I give them a whole form to fill out, but I always double check while I'm working on them. Are you allergic to aloe? Okay, great. Because, sometimes people forget and they don't put it on the form. Because my form would say, hey, are you allergic to any ingredients? And they might not think like maybe a natural ingredients. But the thing is with skincare, it's more towards the natural ingredients and less chemicals now.
Okay. Here's a comment from a viewer. Felice was going on. She says, I'm allergic to everything. I can't wear anything. Is that a true statement? I know she's saying that, but if she thinks that she's allergic to everything, well, she says she's allergic to everything. Is there anything that she can do?
I don't know what kind of skincare she's using, what her skincare routine is. I've never in my over 7 years encountered anyone that said they were allergic to everything. That's very broad, right? And like I said, the professional products, not the products that's like over the counter retail, they're gearing towards more natural ingredients. So I don't know if she used professional products or not. Some people's skin may not work well with certain professional products like Skin Better, which is a professional product. Maybe it doesn't work for them, or they have a reaction. It could be one ingredient in that product that they're reacting to. So I would ask the young lady, like, what are you using? Are you using professional products, or are you using over-the-counter products? And are you reading the ingredients? Because a lot of times, fragrance, a lot of products have fragrance. And the thing is, it takes like 1,000 ingredients to create a fragrance. So I rather do a professional products that strictly stay to, ingredients that smells like the ingredients. If it has orange in it, it's going to smell like there's orange in it.
Okay. She replied, I don't wear makeup. I only use hydrocortisone for decades. Brenda McGee says, I use beef tallow for moisturizer and castor oil for nights. I don't use anything, but I'm going to get to that.
You don't use anything?
I don't.
Not even sunblock? That's one of
don't.
my big pet peeves. It's like, use sunblock.
I do not use anything. Steve Edwards, what's going on, brother? That's interesting, though, because different...
So back to that young lady, she only used okay. She doesn't use moisturizer. She doesn't use sunblock.
Well, she says she only used hydrocortisone for decades. So we'll let her respond to that once she gets in there. So, we're already getting tips right from Alicia, but I wanted to go back. What inspired you to become an esthetician? It's not a regular profession that anybody would choose. Coming, your high school counselor is not going to say, "Hey, you can be an esthetician, or you can be this." They tell you to be a police officer, doctor, lawyer, this and that.
A nurse.
Yeah, a nurse. What inspired you to become an esthetician?
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't know what an esthetician was either. I was a stay-at-home mom, and as my son was getting older, I thought, I've always been in the fashion industry, so it was a natural transition to beauty, because fashion and beauty kind of go together. And I wanted to have a second career. And I thought to myself, my kid's going to be getting older. What am I going to do with my life? So I started looking on the internet. And I said, what is a great career for, someone who wants to get back into the industry, who's been in the fashion industry? And esthetician came up. And that's how I started.
Okay, real good. So how did you get started in the skincare industry?
So when I was in school for aesthetics, I was determined to hit the ground running. I was like, I am going to get a job before I graduate, because the thing is, I belong to a lot of esthetician groups, and they're all these poor new. Aesthetics is a lot more popular than it was many years ago. So a lot of young women get out of high school or in their 20s, and they want to get into aesthetics. But unfortunately, places that hire you now, they want you fully ready to go. They don't have time, or they don't want to invest in training you. So I knew that when I was in school, and I was just about to graduate. So I just started sending my resume out, and I got a job before I even graduated.
It worked out
okay,
for you.
all right, but I just sent my resume but I also wanted to stay close to home, because my son was also still in school, just in case of emergency. I can just be there immediately. But I just, went on the internet, and I looked for different spas, and I just sent them out, and I called, and some of them actually called me in for interviews. So
that's the way it happens sometimes.
You may have answered this question already, Alicia. What is aesthetics?
Yeah,
aesthetics is like, beauty. Like, you go into the room and you say, I love the aesthetics, the way that it's set up, the furniture, the decoration. So that when you walk into a room, I love this aesthetics, so that's what it's beauty. It's another word for beauty. Pleasing to the eyes.
I'm gonna start calling myself aesthetic.
Gina, was you thinking that? You didn't even let me get it out. I was finna say that, Gina. I couldn't even get it out.
I'm sorry.
I am aesthetically fine.
You can still say it.
Alicia, don't worry about them. Okay, they'll be all right.
You can still say it.
Greg, you see me this weekend. I was looking aesthetically.
It's Monday. It's Monday, Alicia. Don't worry about them. Okay. No. We're gonna let that.
That's okay. It's the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
Everybody's a little have a lot of energy because the week just started.
Yeah, they got aesthetically they're full of it. Aesthetically, they're full of energy. So.
No, aesthetically, Greg. Gee, I'm not full of energy. I just got off the highway. My weekend just ended.
There you go. Yeah. Shout out to you too, brother. Good seeing you. Felice said it's all about Alicia. That's right. It ain't about y'all. Stop. Alicia,
she's aesthetic.
Actually, you know what? It's never really about me. And it's about the person that walks into my treatment room. And I have a hard time being in front of the camera, but one-on-one, I'm great. And I never see it as it's about me. It's about that client, their goals, their needs, and how I can help them. And Oh, by the way, hi Brenda. Thanks for coming.
Brenda's on here.
Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
She's
Say
one
hi
of
to
my
Marcus
clients.
as well.
She's my
Say hi to
girl.
Marcus.
I'll see you soon. But
Marcus is on here too, so say hi to Marcus.
hey, Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
That's my guy.
My next question, Alicia, is how do you generate clients? Is it on referral or word of mouth?
So, it's on referral a lot of times. When I opened my own studio, and I was working in different places for a while. I worked at different salons, spas, and I got bored, to be honest, because I wanted to do more advanced stuff and see more results. And with day spa, it's more like superficial treatments, and it's more pampering, and it's about the facial massage and relaxation, which is great. I love that too. But after a while, I was like, I want more. So I went to a 9-day course for advanced training for lasers, microneedling, and I said, I knew that med spas will not hire me without some type of certification. So I did that, and as soon as I finished that training, I sent out my resume, and hospital called me, and they said, we'd love to interview you. We have a doctor that she does Botox, she does, she has lasers, and we're looking for an esthetician to fill that position. So like immediately after I did my training, I went and got a job at a hospital. Yeah. And then, so I've worked in different med spas, but then I said, because of my age and I'm competing with these younger women in their 20s, what would make me stand out? And in the med spa, we do something called the vampire facial, which is like PRP, PRF. You draw the blood, you spin it, and when you microneedle, you take.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, Marcus is getting his last treatment next month, so I said, what, because I wasn't a phlebotomist, I couldn't draw the blood. So I said, well, what would make me stand out? So I went and took a class to become a phlebotomist.
Wow.
Because, you have to have an edge, especially right now. The market is very competitive and very saturated with estheticians, and they're all looking for a job. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm kind of like the old person. So what can I do to give myself an edge over these younger women?
Very smart.
How much would something like the vampire treatment that you just spoke about? How much would something like that cost?
You have to ask after 12, dude. After midnight.
Yeah, that's how I was thinking.
Make sure you bring your cross out.
and some garlic.
And the garlic. No, go ahead. Answer that question.
He's got it. You're gonna need a bigger cross, because when I draw your blood, you might need a bigger cross.
That's hilarious.
But what you can answer that though.
I charge $250, but that's without the blood draw. Like usually it runs anywhere between $350 and up. Usually med spas, they have a nurse will come in and draw the blood, and not a lot of estheticians know how to draw blood, and they're so they're not licensed to draw blood. So with me, I got I'm not trying to boast, but I never had an issue.
Boast, girl, boast.
Because my resume have, like, I'm saying, hey, I'm also a phlebotomist. You don't have to stop a nurse out of her schedule because and then because she has to go and draw someone's blood. I used to know an esthetician who worked at Spa Derma, and they charge, if a nurse has to go in and draw blood, they charge $100 to $200 just to get your blood drawn.
Extra. Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, Alicia, what's one misconception that people have about your profession?
They think it's easy. They think it's glamorous. And it's not glamorous, and you have to work really hard. You have to be able to talk to people, but you have to talk to them in a way that you're not, especially because I love to educate my clients. You know, if they ask a question, sometimes I expand and answer even more. Some people love that. They love the education. And but I see a lot of young people, they don't know how to talk to people. I think
they only talk to videos on their phone.
Yeah, I think, that social skill is like this disconnect. I had a facial once, came in and the girl barely talked to me. She's like, oh, hi, lie down. She didn't ask me any questions. She said, oh, you're here for a facial? Okay, lie down. She didn't ask me like, am I allergic to anything? And what were my skin goals? What were my concerns? And I thought to myself, it was just, this is customer service,
It sounds very awkward.
That's right.
When people walk in the door, you have to immediately make them feel comfortable and safe.
Yeah. Dealing with my skin. I want my skin right. So yeah. Tim Hester says, would you say that you're an expert with skincare for people of color?
I have a lot of friends that are people of color. Some of my family are people of color, and I think I am pretty good, more than some. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the best, but I think I have. I'm more aware because I'm also a woman of color. So for me, I really want to make sure that they're protected, they're safe in what they're doing and who they go to. So I'm always like telling Marcus, I'm like, hey, don't ever do this, and make sure you know which laser it is, and make sure that this technician has this amount of experience and that they're certified on that machine. So I think I have a mixture of clients. I have some Indian clients. I have Caucasian. I mean, Marcus is my client. Brenda's my client. My bestie Tim. If he lived in Chicago, I would be doing his treatment. But he lives in New York, unfortunately. Yeah. But he's always asking me about stuff. So, which is nice. And sometimes I send him stuff like, here, use this.
Yeah, send me stuff too. I need stuff. Send Gina
Come
something
over.
too.
I'll give you a facial.
Hey, Marcus says she is very protective of my skin. And Brenda says, oh, you are every bit of an expert on POC skin, people of color skin.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
great.
you. Thank
Look
you.
at the fans.
So is there a difference, Alicia? Is there a difference in the skin?
Well,
that's what I did ask her that, Gina. I asked her the question, is it a one-size-fit-all routine, or does it depend completely on skin type? And you can answer that again.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with skin that has a lot of melanin in it, we tend to scar and burn easier than Caucasian skin. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you get a microneedling, if they go too deep, that can damage your skin because they're going way too deep or too hard. You get a laser treatment, that's the wrong laser, the wrong setting, the wrong technician. Wow. It can burn your skin. And I've seen it happen.
Wow.
So my thing is education. You never stop learning because the industry is always moving forward, especially because it's such a big industry now. It's growing tremendously and it's going to continue to grow. Because especially for the younger generation in their 20s, they're really into skincare because they don't want to get surgery later on in life. So they will invest in skincare, invest in products. But yeah, I'm very, cautious with everyone's skin when they walk in my door, but particularly with my clients of color, I always, tell them, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Make sure you know who you're dealing with, so that's why when people come to me and they ask a lot of questions, I welcome it. I love it when they ask a lot of questions,
As we have questions tonight, let me ask you this. How has social media changed the way people view skincare and beauty?
It's really made it very popular. Everyone wants to look good on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants to look beautiful because everybody's on social media now. So they care more about how they look and how their skin looks, So yeah, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's not really slowing down. In fact, it's super saturated. Yes, every 3 miles you see a med spa or a spa. So a lot of people are into skincare, and like Korean skincare it's been like the top of the line for years now. Everybody wants that glassy skin,
I was going to ask that question because someone told me that oily looking skin is in. I don't care much for it. I don't want to be shining but so this makeup artist told me that's what's in. The glow is in. I didn't care much for it, but I have another question because
if you didn't hear from Marcus, don't believe it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, really? I went to Hawaii for a week, 7 days. And while I was in Hawaii, my skin totally changed. It was beautiful. I did nothing to it. And it was radiant. It was clear. And my sister just came back, and same thing with her. So what is it that causes your skin to get so much healthier in that type of environment?
Were you more hydrated and glowy in Hawaii? Because it's the humidity. The humidity, right?
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
Oh, it's like the humidity, right?
That's what it is.
And also maybe the food. Maybe their food is grown more organic there. Maybe the water is less, chemicals in it. So it can be a number of things. Like when it's winter, a lot of my clients' skin turn dry. Why? Because the air is dry. It lacks humidity.
Well, you said you were glowing. Maybe you're pregnant. I don't know. Lisa has a
yeah, maybe.
She says, Felice says, do you have any recommendations with regard to a facial regime?
I would, what? She says she's allergic to everything. So I don't know, I like aloe a lot because aloe is healing and it's, it's great for puffiness, it's hydrating. But if I would tell her to try to go with products that are as clean as possible. The less chemical in it, the better. Because I have a feeling she might be allergic to the chemicals that they add to the products. So, like with professional products, they have to add a little bit of preservative because they don't want the products to go bad. But the majority of the ingredients is going to be as natural as possible. They're going to source it from like plants and fruits.
Okay. All right.
That is so interesting to hear.
Diana Wiggins says, hi, Alicia. Do you also have to take into consideration a client's medical history and what medicines they are on regarding different procedures?
Yes, if they have psoriasis, eczema, so I have to take that into consideration because I don't want to use something that can like, you know, bring on
Irritated.
those issues. Also, if they're having an issue with eczema or psoriasis and it's really bad, I will like probably say, let's just wait until it all calms down before I give you a facial.
Okay, so you give all of this. You're an esthetician. You give all this advice, okay, about people's skincare and how they should do this and how they should do that. What's your own skincare routine?
So for me, I like to do a cleanser, and I have like a ultrasonic brush, a silicone brush. So when I put the cleanser on it, I just do little circles because the ultrasound, it stimulates, it's great. It stimulates blood circulation. So I feel like, okay, I'm doing two things at the same time that's good for my skin. I like to use vitamin C during the day, and then I use retinol at times at night. And then I use a moisturizer, eye creams. Now that I'm almost 60, I have to use eye cream now, and moisturizer. And I always tell like a lot of people who tend to be dry, especially in the winter, make sure your moisturizer is a heavier moisturizer at night, and then use your lighter moisturizer at night. I mean, during the daytime.
During the day.
Okay, Frank Summers says, what lotion is good for dry skincare?
What lotion? You mean what moisturizer? I would say get hyaluronic acid as your serum, because hyaluronic acid, our own body produce it, but as we age, we produce less. So what hyaluronic acid does, it grabs the moisture and locks it into your skin so you don't lose it. So you definitely want to use a hyaluronic acid serum right after you wash your face. And this is important. Your skin has to be a little damp because that hyaluronic acid has to have some kind of H2O to grab onto. Okay. And a lot of people are using it wrong. They just like use it 10 minutes after. It's like, no, right after you wash your face, put it on. Even if you have to add a little bit of water, put it on your skin, and then get a good moisturizer. I don't know, like there's so many types of brand, but if he wants something that's easily accessible and not so expensive, I would always suggest CeraVe, that you can buy at Target or Walgreens.
Walgreens, yeah.
Yeah, because, their products are pretty clean. They don't add a lot of stuff to it. And they have a wide range. If your skin is dry, I suggest you use a gentle cleanser. Do not use a cleanser that's super strong because that's going to strip your skin even more.
I was just going to ask that question about cleanse, because I do a facial, like a cleansing scrub every morning. But
a scrub?
I was wondering, is it a scrub? That's a cleanser scrub or whatever it's called.
Does it have little beads in it?
Yeah, it has little things in it. Is that good
every morning?
Yeah.
You don't want to use the scrub every day.
I thought I was cleansing to make it look as handsome as I do, but I guess I was wrong.
So you're using an exfoliant. So you don't want to use an exfoliant every day. Use an exfoliant maybe 3 times a week, because what it does, it's taking layers off of your skin.
Oh, you won't have any skin in a few years, bro.
No, he'll have skin, but the thing is that you don't want to strip down your skin so much that it eventually it'll get sensitive and irritated, But
do you work on the hands?
He's a man. He has thick skin. Maybe his skin can
thick skin. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know, Alicia. You don't know him very well. Do you work on other parts of the body, like your hands and things like that? Because my hands tend to stay very, very dry. I wash my hands a whole lot daily. And so that's the driest part of my body.
Okay, so what you can do is that, at night before you go to bed, I would put on your hand cream and put on like a plastic glove, and then put it. There's heated mitts that you can use, and you can put your hands with the gloves with the heated mitts, and what that does is the heat is going to push that moisture in deeper.
Wow.
So
can I sleep in
that? You could make sure the setting is on low. But like in the winter time, that one of my things I like to add as a bonus for my clients, because I know that the hands get really dry in the winter, is that's exactly what I do when I'm doing their facial. I get I lather their hand up, I put it in a mitt while I'm treating their face. So while they're sitting there, their hands are being hydrated.
I never knew that, and I've tried so many products that
girl, you need to come and see me.
I do. Just for my hands. I'm so serious.
You might not want to get out of the bed. I've had clients that say,
I'm so serious. I need the information. I need these hands worked on.
Well, come.
Go ahead, Steve.
Alicia, so I heard you say eye creams. What type of eye creams would you suggest? Like somebody for me.
For you? Well, I can't see you that, but
kind of have some bags. Like I'm aging.
You're aging. Well, bags can be hereditary also, and it can also be about circulation. So, you can just do like cucumber slices on top of your bags, and it'll help like depuff. Or you can get those little under eye masks.
I have those.
Okay, use
or you
that.
can get some sleep.
And drink lots of water.
Alicia, we're busy here at DopelivenTV. We're always doing something, so none of us get sleep. Okay, Gina, she's a lady, so she gets to put the makeup and eye bag stuff on beforehand. But we as men, we don't. We come raw. Right, let me ask you.
I don't wear makeup unless I'm going somewhere special.
What's
It's not good for
what's
your
the
skin.
one skincare step that people skip that makes the biggest difference?
Moisturizer and sunblock. Well, I have two actually. Moisturizer and sunblock. I don't care if your skin's oily. You need that moisturizer because there's different type of moisturizer for different skin. Okay, like I use a lot of BioElements, and BioElements have like a gel moisturizer that's lighter for oily skin. But I said don't skip that step. I had a client ask me once. She was an older woman, and I was asking her, "Do you use moisturizer?" And she's like, "No." And she goes, why is moisturizer so important? And because I'm such a visual person and I like to like communicate where they can understand visually, I said, well, what's the difference between a grape and a raisin? And she laughed and I laughed and I said, you get it?
They're men, they don't get it. They're not laughing.
I get it. A grape is juicy and a raisin is dry. Nah, I say,
So I said to her, I said, well, you see, as she laughed, and I said, well, a raisin is all wrinkly, right? And she goes, yeah. And I said, a grape is plump and smooth. So do you want your skin to look like a grape that's nice and smooth, or do you want to be a raisin and all wrinkly and dry? And so she got it.
Or do you want it to be an older raisin as a prune? All right. Look, is there what's one step that that people skip when they're doing their moisturizing? What's one step that they miss when they're trying to that really makes a big difference, I should say?
You mean when their daily routine?
Yeah.
Like,
What's one
you know,
skincare?
have to
When they
cleanse.
come, go ahead.
Yeah, you have to cleanse your skin. Environment, pollution. You have to wash your face.
Okay,
That's
let me
what
stop
Greg
you right there.
exfoliating.
But
Hey,
not exfoliating every day. But
okay,
you have to
I'm not
wash
gonna
your
do
face.
it anymore. I'm not gonna do
And
it
you
no more.
have to use your moisturizer and sunscreen. I
I
I
got
lecture my son about it all the time. I say, you know what, you have to use your sunscreen, because if you don't, 10 years from now, you're going to pay a lot of money to fix the sun damage. And, and
I,
people come in and they say, oh, they want the treatment to work immediately. And I tell them, you did not get that issue in one day. It took a decade or years for you to get that hyperpigmentation. It's not going to be resolved in one day or one
Does
treatment.
does the tanning machines damage the skin?
It's UVA. That's like sun rays. That's like the longest ray. And that you don't want to use that. I can't believe they still use it.
I've
To
never
be
used sunscreen though, ever, never ever, and I'm not a prune yet. Let me
yes,
ask you this, Alicia. Let me ask you this. What are 3 things? Just give me 3 of them that people should stop doing to their skin right now.
exfoliating every day.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You you're funny.
So what going going out without sunblock, I'm a real sticker about that, because I have sun damage from my youth because I wasn't aware, and I wasn't like thinking about, oh, I need to wear sunblock. And back in the day when I was younger, living in Miami Beach, the sunblock was horrible for the face. It was so thick and so greasy. Now they make great sunblock for your face.
Okay.
And I would say, try to use a serum. If you want to prevent aging, or if you have dryness, you can use vitamin C. I love vitamin C because it's a multitask serum. It's anti-aging, it's brightening, it's lightening, it helps with pigmentation. So it does more than one thing. So if you're going to do a serum and you want to prevent aging, I would say vitamin C.
Okay.
What about the ladies who wear makeup? How would you suggest they remove that makeup properly?
Stick their head in water and just shake it like that. Just do that.
Well, they can use an oil makeup remover first, and then wash their face with the regular cleanser.
Oh, really?
I'm not even going to tell you my routine because you would probably gasp.
Well, also removing eye makeup. I hear, people don't really know how to remove their eye makeup, and so they end up like causing, their lashes fall out, and they cause like, wrinkles and crinkles. So it's important to know how to remove your makeup.
Mm-hmm.
This has been very informative. Okay.
Yes,
we're talking with Alicia Robinson, man. She's an esthetician, skincare
getting them
specialist.
hands done. I gotta get
them done. Got to get all of that done. Hey, if somebody had $50 to spend, what's the best investment for their skin?
As far as products,
Yes.
I would say, stick with, if you have $50, stick with a brand like CeraVe. I would go to Walmart or Target or Walgreens and get your cleanser, get your moisturizer, and get your sunblock. And if, I don't know the price of that, but I'm sure it's pretty reasonable that you can get those 3 basic things that you can do every day to take care of your skin.
Okay, as we round out this conversation, okay, it's been a wonderful conversation. I got a couple of more things I want to know. If you were not an esthetician right now, what would you be doing?
That's a good question. I would be doing something though. I would, even when I was a stay-at-home mom, I had an Etsy shop. I was like making reversible clothes for toddlers and crocheting and making jewelry, so that's a good question, but I don't see myself not doing anything.
Yeah.
I get bored. I get bored so easily. So I'm always like, okay, what's next? What can I do now? And like when my son was younger and my husband was like, wow, you keep yourself busy. I'm like, yeah, I'm not, like I have to.
So it's probably a moot point anyway, because now you're an esthetician and you're doing it anyway. So it's
I'm also a permanent makeup artist too. I do eyebrows, so.
And that's is that the microblading stuff? What is microblading?
Microblading, it's kind of like an old technique, which is going to be pretty obsolete after a while because it's very invasive. What they do is they take kind of like a blade and they use pigment and they kind of like cut your skin. Yeah, and they put the pigment in. And not everyone is a candidate for it. So, like if you have oily skin, you would not be a candidate for it, So that's that technique. I don't do that technique. So for me, I do everything with the tattoo machine.
Okay. Man, this has been informative, Gina. Very informative.
Yes. These hands gonna get got. I'm telling you.
You got to go see Alicia though. Alicia, what's one?
I'm going to see Alicia.
What's one piece of advice you give somebody that's trying to do what you do?
I would say make sure that you have your short-term goals as well as your long-term goals. Don't think you're gonna get out of school and make tons of money and it's gonna be so glamorous and you know what I mean? And don't treat your clients like they're your audience. Treat them like they're respected people. When people come in and I meet them for the first time, I try my hardest to make them feel comfortable. And I'm like, you have questions, ask any questions you want. And I always tell them, you know what? This is a partnership and it's a building of trust. You have your goals for your skin and I'm going to be there with you to guide you. But also at the same time, you have to do your part. Like if I tell you to do a certain routine at home, 90% of it is on you because you only come and see me maybe once a month, right? So I can't control what you're doing at home.
Right. That's crazy. That's very important. Frank Summers asked, why do women cut their eyebrows off, then draw a line on it there?
Who cuts their eye? Oh, yeah. Well, it's not about cutting. It's trimming. It's hair, right? Like hair grows. And I have clients that come in to do their eyebrows and it's like overgrown and it's all over the place. And I'm like, we need to like make this look a little neater and more aesthetically pleasing. So
there's that word.
Huh?
I said, there's that word, aesthetically.
And I will trim their eyebrows because sometimes it grows all which direction. It's too long. So yeah, I trim eyebrows, but I've never heard of them cutting their eyebrows off.
Yeah, some women do, but
some women do.
You would have to ask those women who cut their eyebrows and then draw them on.
Well, I've heard of women, in my era, like in the 80s, we over tweezed our eyebrows. And then now it's like it won't grow back, And that's where the permanent makeup comes in.
what is that thing they used to that they do with the little spring and they do this on your eyebrow?
Oh, I hear that's painful. See,
That's threading.
stuff.
Threading.
That's threading. Yeah.
What does that do?
Threading.
What is threading?
They take, it's like pulling the hair out with the threads. They.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. I do waxing. So.
Okay. All right. Yuck. Marcus says, I completely trust Alicia 100%. She is the only esthetician who touches my face. Brenda says women overpluck them in the 80s. And Felice said they used string back in the day to do eyebrows. Yeah.
Yeah. Some places still do it, Felice. I've seen a place out in South Lake Mall that still do that. I just can't take that pain.
It don't even look. It look like a yo. It look like you're doing the little yo-yo thing or something like that. And, you know, tricks and stuff.
That is painful.
It's like they twist it like scissors.
No.
The thread, like
that
scissors.
is painful.
Well, you know, in India, I've seen them do it with their mouth, which is totally disgusting because it's like sanitary, you know. But
yeah, yuck. Alicia,
to each their own.
Yeah. Hey. However you make your money, okay? But you'll never get it. I got thick eyebrows. You'll never get me to go anywhere. But anyway, Alicia, we appreciate you coming to the show and sharing the esthetician world with us. I didn't know what it was. Like I said, I dated somebody who was an esthetician, but she never told me what it really was, what she did. So I know now. I know now. I don't even know if she even knew. I hope she's not watching, but I hope if she even knew. But we thank you for coming on.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming on and giving us this knowledge.
Yes, very educational.
How can people reach you?
They can Google Flawless Beauty by Alicia, or I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. So if they want, it's Flawless Beauty by Alicia.
Flawless Beauty by Alicia, everybody. So Gina, Flawless Beauty by Alicia. Make sure you get there.
You can Google it.
And you can Google it, okay? Plus she's on Facebook as well. So Tim said, great show, Alicia. Belinda says, all right. No, this was something I love it when we get to have people that we've never had an esthetician on the show either, you know. So you know, we 2 for 2 with that. You know, we had the makeup artist, Marcus Jeter. Now we got Alicia here as an esthetician. Flawless Beauty by Alicia. It's scrolling at the bottom, okay? Felice says, great show. Let's get a masseuse or an acupuncturist on the show next. Thanks, Alicia.
Acupuncturist. Woo-hoo.
That might be a painful conversation.
Don't come to me with needles.
Might be a painful conversation. Gina, we got to get out of here. What you got?
Oh my gosh, you are so educated in your field. That's why I love to go to people who know they have educated themselves on what they're doing, and not from watching YouTube or, you know, seeing their friend do it, but actually getting education. That means you have a passion for what you're doing.
I do.
Girl, you're going to see me. You got to work on these hands.
I've had clients hug me with tears, and, you know, it's like, okay, this is why I do what I do, you know? And it's definitely passion, and it's always, you know what, you never stop learning. It's constant learning, constant keeping up with things. So
yes.
That's got to be a great feeling when people come to you and say, I appreciate what you've done. That's got to be a great feeling.
It is a great feeling.
I think that, you know, as we go through these different things in our lives, and our skin is a representation of us, we really need to take care of it and make sure that we are doing the best that we can for our skin. And you just told everyone, man, that you have the answer. You have the solution. Just come see her. Flawless Beauty by Alicia. All right. Brenda says you should see all of her certificates on the wall.
I believe it.
I told her it looks like she has a crown above her, doesn't it? Wearing a crown, okay? She is the queen.
I'm the queen esthetician.
That's what she is, okay?
Yes.
Definitely appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us, because it gave us some knowledge. And I'm going to do some different things with. Hey, you know what? I was talking to Marcus about shaving his beard off, is there anything that you could suggest that if I shave it off, what I should put on there
to soothe it?
Yeah.
I would just, I love aloe. I love the natural aloe. You can buy like
Yes.
aloe that has no chemicals, like more on the natural
Fruit
side.
of life is one.
And especially because you exfoliate every day, you might.
I'm not going to do it every day anymore, Alicia. I'm going to stop.
But you might need that extra hydration from aloe.
Aloe is awesome. I have been using it since I was in my 20s, and I still use it. It is
Some
awesome.
people are allergic to it, believe it or not.
I'm glad I'm not. I'm allergic to everything else. I have bad allergies.
Aloe.
I can't use lemon, any citrus on my skin, anything like that. Like I was using Sea Breeze, didn't know it was lemon, and I had this terrible rash. I didn't know where it was coming from, and then when I found out I had a citrus acid, that's what it is.
So you might be allergic to all acids then, because it might be too harsh for your skin.
Yeah, I don't use anything other than natural, like the aloe. I'm gonna be honest. My regimen is I wash, and then I wash down with alcohol. I wash my face with, and I know people say don't do that; it dries your skin out. I already know, but I've been doing it for so long, and it has worked for me. And then I turn around and I put the aloe vera on there. And then I put the moisturizer on it. So I do, even though I dry it out, I moisturize it back in. I don't leave it dry like that. But I've been doing that since my 30s, for at least 20 plus years. And it works for me. So
you have a really overactive sebaceous glands, which is a gland that produce oil in your skin. So anyway,
I do.
I'm gonna make sure.
So when I use the alcohol, it doesn't dry my skin out.
But that means you're gonna stay longer because oily skin stays younger.
Oh Lord.
62 right here.
I was trying to get out of the conversation before you gave her a compliment. Guess it didn't work. All right, but I am definitely not going to exfoliate every day. I'm not going to do that anymore. I learned that today, and thank you, Alicia, for coming to the show and hanging out with us. And
thank you.
Steve, did you have anything you want to say?
It was nice meeting you.
No, thank you. I just listened and learned.
Well, when you come and see me for that vampire facial, make sure you bring that cross.
She said a bigger one than that.
A big one.
No,
not the little one. A big one.
I'm gonna have two. I'm gonna have a wood one in this hand.
As long as you don't have a steak and all that.
Yeah, there you go. Right, Alicia. Alicia, thank you again for coming to the show. Tomorrow, it's the Relationship Roundtable. Get ready to lose your relationships, all right? This is Greg Gray, Gina, Steve, and Alicia, the esthetician, okay? It's DopelivenTV Live. We'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? Peace.
Tomorrow.
Hit it.
Oh, okay. My bad.